Hi, this is Sweeney, and in this tutorial we're going to learn about PHP. What is PHP, PDO, SQL, JSON, AngularJS. As well know, PHP is a good server script language. It's used for connecting to the database. So in this tutorial we're going to use PDO to connect to the database, and SQL language that is going to, as we know, our database connect using SQL. And with the JSON, we're going to the database that we fetch from the data that we get from the database, we convert it to object, and that is using JSON, which means JavaScript object notation. These JSON files shall be used by Angular, which will be displaying the data to the website. So that is a brief about it, and just to give you a brief of what you're going to be needing, the skills, just about some basics about this all, and you'll be good to know. So for you to use PDO, if you have installed XAMPP, a latest XAMPP in your browser, you're good to go. But if you're using PHP, which is 5.2 and below, then you have to do some settings. You just open the php.ini file and add PDO DLL text in it. So I just suggest you just get a new PHP that is up to PHP 7 point something in about 7.x, x standing for 1 to 10, but it hasn't gone beyond 10, I don't think so. So just get XAMPP from the official site, download it, install. I assume you'll already know how to install XAMPP, so I won't download with you. You will do it. If you don't know, just Google, you'll get some help in it. You'll get some help now to install them. So once you have a XAMPP installed, you need to start it. Mine's already running. As you can see, it's already running at port 8443, MySQL port 3306, and the like. So once a XAMPP is running, just open a browser. We want to check if PDO is enabled. So localhost, type localhost. You land at XAMPP page. It tells MariaDB, PHP, Perl, blah blah blah. You see a lot of things. We're interested on PHP info. Yeah. So sorry about that. So in this, there's a lot of file in it, as you can see. Yeah, from this tab, a lot of file. You're not interested with everything because it'll take time. You just want to check if PDO is enabled. As you can see, these things, they're enabled. Will tell if they're enabled, the status. Yeah, just type Control F and it will come, and type PDO. I need to give you it, search for PDO. You don't want this PDO, just scroll down. You want this PDO. Yeah, so as you can see, under PDO, you're being told that PDO drivers, MySQL and SQLite, they're enabled. PDO driver for MySQL, there's client IP version enabled, even for SQLite is enabled. So wow, we are good to go. Next is have a good text editor. I love brackets because it has some autocomplete for other languages, not for PHP. So if you have an autocompleting text for PHP, you're good. But I use bracket because it's good with HTML. I do a lot of coding with HTML, so I like brackets. I'm going to use bracket. So what we are going to do next is write a small code that is going to connect to the database and fetch data using PDO. I've already done that because of time. I've already done the code. It is here. I'll take you through the code very fast. So this is how we start a PHP file. I know you know this is a variable. We pause it, the parameter which is root, password. Actually my password is empty. Establishing a connection. So we're going to use try. In case there is error, we need to know what kind of an error it is. So we use a variable db. This pretty similar to what we do with MySQL improve and MySQL. So if you've done with them, I don't think it is something new. So we have db here, new PDO. This is how we call it now. This is a little bit different from MySQL. We're going to use this phrase. It's a must, no other way. New PDO. Inside the quotes we have MySQL, because this is the driver we're going to use. Full colon is host equals to localhost, semicolon, db name. The db name we're going to use is test. That's my database name. User, which is the variable containing root. So my username is root. Password of my database of my server is empty. So this is actually telling it that we're going to catch. You want it to catch some error and exception, blah blah blah. Then there's this query, SQL query equals to select all from users. We want to select all from the database test under table user. So that's the query. You declare a new variable called results, and the results is it checks db, which gets the parameters from there, dot query, which passes this SQL. So we have to use this function query. Pretty the same with MySQL, as I said. Now whatever you're going to get from the database, we expect it to be more than one. So we're going to loop through it several times to get all the data. We're going to use for each loop. So for each inside it we give the parameter results as row. We're going to display it as a row. Echo name. Okay, this is just but a string, hope you know that. And what we're getting is this from the database, which is row name. It's called name. The head of it, you break this HTML file for breaking. Username, database has a column called username, and age. So this is how you're going to display it to the screen. And in case there's an error, we will catch it here. This is how you catch it. Catch PDO exception variable e echo variable e dot get message. So our code is good to go. We go to the browser. I'm going to use Mozilla localhost. You navigate where your project is saved, and it should be inside the localhost, inside XAMPP. So localhost web programming and index. This is the file that we're going to use, and then it displays some data. So remember the name we did quote as a string, and this is coming from the database. This is at index 1. The username, so students, age, she's 25, name, this is another data all together, so name up to there. Then it loops through another one until the file is done, which it's done with Julie, age 90. So if I may open my database, and you see it, you'll find all the data that under database test, table users, and here they are. Here the records, here they are. There is some duplication in it, well, like John Doe, Mary, Julie. Yeah, there's some duplication in it, but the good thing, it has displayed all of them from the database. That's what we did, select all from database. So that was a pretty easy quick tutorial on just connecting to the database using PDO. As for your task, I expect you'll do the same. I'll love you to insert, delete, update, and all other queries. There's not much you're going to do. Actually, the only thing you're going to change here is just SQL. This SQL, instead of select, you put something like delete instead of, or update or insert, right? So once you've done that, save it in case of any error. You can drop down. I might help, some people might help, and let's make programming grow. So I want to see the really important of catch, try catch, or the exception or error catching. For example, let's say with the password, we know that my database has no password, and we put a password. Let's save it and see what happens next. Refresh this. Wow, fatal error, encode PD exception, SQL blah blah, access denied for user at all, blah blah, password online 7. So you see, you don't know how to cram all this. I mean, what are you, a machine? No, but what it has given us a clue, it's access denied. So it's either you're given a wrong password, you have to check if you're denied to access an account. Always mean your password is wrong. So with that, you know your password is wrong, and it's true, my database has no password. So that's the importance of try and catch or error handling with PDO and PHP. This is also important when you're doing with MySQL, Postgre, Oracle, anything. You need to do error handling. Is a good programming approach so that you don't spend years in trying to finding an error, which is an easy error. So thank you for watching. In the next tutorial, what we're going to do is in the next tutorial are we're going to use prepared statements. So prepared statements. So see you next, and thanks for watching.